What's up, my disc golfing friends? This is Idar, aka the Frisbeer guy, and it's time for the in the bag for the 2018 season. As you might remember a little bit earlier on, I had to switch my entire bag from a mixed bag to an all trilogy thanks to my sponsor Natural Born Disc Golfer. Alright, anyway, so I'm really excited to show you what is in my bag, and we'll start with the most important disc first. My most used disc, my putting putters. I got two classic blend burst judges. I was used to a more neutral disc before, so I 100% changed my putting style to more spin, so this works really well for that. Feels really nice in my hand. There's no big difference to these two. I keep both of them in my hand anyway, and whatever feels the best is the one I will use at that given shot. So yeah, the Judge from Dynamic Disc is my main putter. And I love throwing putters, but I only keep two different molds at the moment. Definitely my most used throwing putter is the Dynamic Disc Warden. This is stable to understable putter. I got this one is in soft, which makes it a little bit more unstable. It's more worn in, so I can raise it flat, it will just fade out to the right, or I can give it a nice hyzer, get it to pop up. And this is a little bit of a newer classic blend that I'm using for those straight shots. What I really like about it is that it doesn't fade too hard anyway, it just pushes forward. So even if I release it on a hyzer, it will just push forward instead of just hyzering out. So yeah, the Warden, I didn't really think I was going to use it that much, but it's become probably my most used throwing putter for sure. I use them both forehand and backhand, and that it goes for every disc in my bag. I think that's really important for my game. So yeah, Dynamic Disc Warden. If I want something that fades hard, or if there is a wind, or if I need to like really get into it, the Westside Harp is back in the bag. I used to bag this a couple of seasons ago. I don't know why I stopped doing it, but now it's back. I carry two different plastic. I have the BT Soft and the BT Medium. My red ones is a little bit more worn in, so they're more straight. Finishes, of course, with a good fade in the end, but keeps flat for a longer time. While my soft, for some reason, just is the most overstable plastic I've tried the Harp in. Westside Disc Harp is a really good sort of a tweener between a putter and mid-range, in my opinion. So definitely a favorite of mine. Going to my mid-ranges, and spoiler alert, I don't throw a whole lot of mid-ranges. I prefer to throw the putters, or even a fairway drive if I can. That's just my style, but I keep one mold in my bag, and that is the EMAC Truth. I got it in two baseline plastics here and then one premium, so I'll lose it. This is my more stable one. This is the one I can really get good power on my forehands, and it will keep the line very well. Also good if I want to have a sort of a bigger anhyzer and want it to flex back just a little before it hits. That's when I break out the Natural Born Disc Golfer Monkey EMAC Truth. Then I have the Prime. Beat this in pretty well. It flies very neutral, pushes just forward, not fading too much. A little bit of wind, it will have a little bit of turn before it gets back to its line. So really digging the Prime plastic as well. It feels really good in the hand. And then I got, thanks to my co-host at The Perfect Flight, Dean Schaub, this bead in classic EMAC. Well, actually just a Truth. And this is my anhyzer. This is my flippy Truth. I can give it out an anhyzer. It will never come back. Just flat. It will go to the right. Hyzer flips. Actually, I started to do touch forehands with it as well now. Just laying it out flat, and it will just go that way. So yeah, just cycling EMAC Truths in and out of the bag basically with different stability, and that's sort of my game. I like to keep my bag as minimal as possible in terms of mold, and then just different stages of where it does basically what I need it to. So yeah, Emac Truth, that's my mid-range. Going to, well, I like to organize, I don't know how you like to organize your bag, but I like to organize my bag from putters, mid-range, fairway drivers, and then stability from understable to overstable. And definitely my most understable fairway driver is the Escape. This one, it doesn't like wind at all, but I can get some really good distance on it, especially when there's wooded courses, tunnel shots. It's a good roller. I don't have a very good roller throw myself, but this works really nice for it. Those hyzer flips, if I want to get good distance without giving like full power, this is a good one. This is also my most touchy forehand, and I can get a lot of distance with just 50% power. But I need to mind the wind. As you can see in the back here, this would not be a good disc for that. So yeah, the Escape, great beginner disc. I can highly recommend that. So probably my favorite of this year's trilogy discs that has been released is the Dynamic Disc Maverick. This is a special edition plastic. This was the first that was released. This reminded me of that fairway driver I used to throw a lot before, the FD. Very controllable, good distance, does pretty much whatever I wanted to do. Throw it on the hyzer, it will hold the hyzer. Flat, it will be flat. Anhyzer, it will be anhyzer. I think one of the most versatile discs in my bag. It's still pretty new, so I still need to work hours and hours and hours to be 100% confident with it, but it is my neutral, my stable fairway driver, which I really enjoy throwing, and it just feels like great in the hand. The grip on this, for me, with my small fingers, is just, yes, it's perfect. So, the Dynamic Disc Maverick, right there. I might actually have lied to you, because that is just my second favorite of the trilogy disc that has been launched this year, because the Escape from Latitude 64, this is now my most used fairway driver for sure, 100%. It just is a little bit stable, more stable than the Maverick, so it holds up better in the wind. It holds up also a lot better with a lot of power on my forehand, and not so much on the backhand, but forehand at least. And I carry it in the special edition burst plastic, and of course in the gold, the Frisbeer guy stamp as well. So this is a little bit newer, so it's a little bit more stable, while this one I've used for a couple of months already, so it's pretty nice and slightly worn in. So yeah, the Latitude Explorer fills a lot of my shots, at least, both forehand, backhand, high power, low power. This is yeah, really good disc. So the last fairway driver that I use is the Dynamic Disc Felon. This is more of a utility disc. It's quite overstable, so whenever I know that I need to get, well, right or left, needed to fade hard, I put up the Felon. It just gives me confidence that it will always get back. Like I said, it's very stable, so I don't throw it that much unless I need to have a certainty that fade is very important. Either it's wind or just a placement, or yeah. So the Felon, I've used a lot of time with it, and I think now it's gotten to where I want it to be. So that makes this Felon for all my overstable needs. Then we go to the beefcake of the bag, a distance driver that can do it all for me. I need to hyzer flip, I need it to be stable enough in the wind, a good forehand, backhand, and I found everything I need for a distance driver pretty much in the trespass. I got 2 burst trespasses right here. It's the same stage of wear, where I can release them on a slight hyzer, it will pop up and just go straight. Flat, it will get a little bit of a nice turn on it, so put it on a nice anhyzer, it will hold and just fade back slightly in the end. I know it can handle some wind, so the Fusion and Bifusion, really digging the plastic. And then I got one Ghost Stamp Trespass in Lucid that I got from my boss, Juha Kitto. This flies a little bit more unstable than my Fusion ones, so don't use it a whole lot in the wind, but it can really give some very nice distance. I just need to trust my own form and the disc, and this is the one that will give it the most distance for sure. So yeah, dynamic discs Trespass. Last but not least is my wind fighter, my 100% fade guaranteed disc, and that is the Defender. I got it, this is a special Lush Zombie edition. Shout out to you for giving me this. It's perfectly worn in to where it just flies straight, and then I know it's gonna fade off, but it's gonna hold straight for a very long time. And then I have a brand new one with the Frisbeer guy fundraiser stamp on it. This one is more stable, so it works. Both of them work very well in wind. If there's a heavy wind and I know I need to fade off, I am using the fundraiser disc, and if I need just something that just goes straight, it will be the Zombie edition one. I can't throw this unless there is a big reason to fade a lot, or if there's a big wind, or yeah, it's just stable. It's really stable for my noodle arm. So Defender right there. In terms of the bag, I currently use the Dynamic Disc Commander. I gotta admit, if you see me on the course, you will most likely see me with the Latitude Easy Go. But this one holds everything I need. I have, of course, some hydration. I like hydration, not just beer, but just in general. I got the Latitude double-walled insulated water bottle. Really good, keeps my drinks cool for a long time. Some merch from my real job. Team Mini, Team Trilogy Mini that we got from Tuni. Did I mention this is the hot graphics from Tuni? Really sexy stuff. Sunscreen, of course. Dutch Lucky Duck right here. There's some dirt bags. These are from Gurrid. It's clay pellets inside. Got a marker, of course. Team Spirit Mini, which I got after my 4th place at the Mölkky finals in Finland during Tuni, and then the day afterwards on Saturday, it was this guy that came up and gave this to me. I just thought it was awesome, so I'm just bringing it with me. I got this special gift from Sensei Janne. It's a signed postcard from Janne Hirsimäki, just as a reminder that everything is possible and keep on working. Hashtag beat Hirsi. So this one is traveling around with me as well. So that's my in the bag for the 2018 season. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, and there's a subscribe button down there as well, so make sure you hit that as well. So from me and Janne, just want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.